Welcome back. We have heard the R word for quite some time now. But has the market recovered from this economic slowdown? And what have we learned from the past? Let's find out. Jllm, India's largest real estate consultancy, and Ambattur Infra Developers recently hosted Inside 2010, an interactive panel discussion about the innovative business strategies to be followed in the evolving economic scenario. The panelists were from 3 of the major outsourcing companies in India: Captain K. Srinivas, VP Global Management at Capgemini; Dev Iyer from TCS eServe Limited; DIG Balasubramaniam, Branch Admin Head for TCS; and Ansh Puri, the Chairman and Country Head of Jllm India. And the R word did take center stage.
To maintain that consistent recovery has started. The worst is over. That's what we feel. And projected growth for the IT industry or the BPO industries is in double digits. And we are very confident that we should be able to scale up to the expectations we had 2 years back or a year back, cover it up in the next 1 year. That's what we feel is in the path ahead.
As part of this discussion, Captain Srinivas pointed out that most companies have today evolved as cautious optimists.
We clearly see a lot of improvement in terms of our hiring. We're back to looking at, you find companies planning out their campus placement plans, which is a good sign. There are a lot of proactive hiring which is happening, which is to aid your addition or strengthen your bench in a typical IT industry. So that's happening. We're seeing a lot of capital investments which are in the cold storage also being looked at. So I think there has been cautious optimism in the last quarter of last year, but as we progress this year, suddenly in January or so, we're seeing a lot of proposals.
On a humorous note, Ansh Puri said that most retailers judge the market trend not according to GDP, but
if you were to speak with a retailer and says, what is it that they are looking at as a lead indicator, and it's quite amusing, and they would say, we look at really 3 stuff when that goes off the shelf. One is noodles, and second is cola, and third is chips. And they said is that for all the 3, it has been the highest sales that they have seen in the last quarter. And that is the mood of the economy. And that is how the retailers judge the mood in the economy, not by the actual GDP growth or by car sales. And that is how it is reflected.
While the panel did admit to the fluctuations in the market, they also mentioned that cities like Mumbai and Chennai have reached their optimum level as far as growth is concerned.
Without any doubt, there is a need to create a lot of infrastructure, which will come with the elements of consolidation, with riders saying like, no more growth in Mumbai, no more growth in Chennai, no more growth here, look at tier 2, look at cities that you don't want to look, you will get pushed and funneled into them. Therefore, challenges will be bigger, numbers are there, but there will be, issues that we'll need to figure out and plan in advance.
The need of the hour is also for real estate agencies to specialize in one particular area instead of following a market trend and trying their luck at many things.
I also believe is, we've got a herd mentality. So from a real estate point of view, I think it was 1 year was retail malls. The next year was SEZs, and then everybody went for denotification of SEZs. And then it went into affordable housing. And I think, as the market is now going to come back, affordable housing is going to be off past. So clearly from that perspective, I think the developers will need to start finding their core geographies where they will be able to operate best and the core sectors, and not really go across all the verticals in real estate, but try and specialize in 1 or 2 verticals, which is what happens in more mature markets.
The experts from various fields spoke not just about their experiences in the past few quarters, but also about their insights and predictions about future business prospects. They were also open to questions from the audience, and one question was about how Obama's decision to not outsource will impact India.
It's a free economy. You wouldn't be able to enforce, the cost arbitrage advantage that a corporate wishes to take place. On one side, we're saying is we're reeling under a huge amount of pressure where we want to control cost, where we want the bottom lines to start building up. And in the same breath, I don't think so the government can go out and say, by the way, don't outsource to more cost-effective locations. At the end of the day, they are managing their own balance sheets as private enterprise, and they should be allowed to manage the way it is best suited to that enterprise.
Post the panel discussion, there was a PowerPoint presentation about Ambit IT Park at Ambattur. Surprising as it may sound, Ambattur is exactly the same distance from Jllm flyover as Tidal Park is, and the infrastructure, connectivity and other facilities in and around Ambattur will surely work to its advantage. Looks like the storm is passing and there is light at the other end of the tunnel. Hopefully, it is a lesson well learned and the market will emerge as a more cautious entity. India will keep going. On that note, it's goodbye for now. We will be back next week with a lot more of real estate updates.